Welcome to Modern English Classes by Veena Anand. And today we are going to do a topic from English grammar. The name of the topic is parts of speech. Let us first understand what it means. Parts of speech. It means how a word functions in meaning as well as grammatically within a sentence. Every word has a meaning in the sentence and every word is used grammatically in the sentence. Now let us see how many parts of speech are there in all. In all we have 8 parts of speech in English grammar. First is noun. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, activity, quality, idea, etc. For example, the name of a person, John. Thing, book. Animal, dog. Place, Jaipur, etc. Then we have second part of speech, pronoun. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. For example, I, you, he, she, it, they, us, them, her, theirs, him, etc. Then we have the third part of speech, adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. For example, good, pink. Then we have two, happy, good boy, pink dress. Then two, pens, happy children, small car, etc. Then we have fourth part of speech as a verb. A verb is a word that shows action or a state of being. For example, go, speak, sit, stand, etc. Or state of being is, are, will, shall, etc. Then we have adverb, fifth part of speech. An adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. For example, slowly, very, always, yesterday, today, fast, etc. Then sixth part of speech is prepositions. Prepositions show relationship of a noun or a pronoun to another word. For example, on, in, for, under, over. For example, the book is on the table. He is sitting in the room, etc. Then we have seventh part of speech, that is conjunctions. Conjunctions are joining words. For example, and, or, but, because, although, unless, if, etc. Conjunctions join two or more words, phrases, or clauses, etc. Then the eighth part of speech is interjections. Interjections are words expressing strong emotions. For example, wow, oh, ouch, hey. These words are written with a sign of exclamation. So these are 8 parts of speech. We will be taking them up one by one in detail. Now let us see what a noun is. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, animal or an idea. For example, Raju, the name of a person, market, a place, pen, a thing, dog, an animal, bravery and happiness are related to ideas. Now let us see how many kinds of noun are there. Number 1, proper noun, which is the name of a person, place or a building. For example, Tushar, Delhi, Taj Mahal, Sunday, India. These are all examples of proper noun. Then we have number 2, common noun, common things like pencil, dog, girl, car, city, train. Then number 3 is collective noun which represents a group. For example, crowd, army, bunch, team. Then we have fourth kind of noun is material noun. Things, those nouns which are related to the material things. For example, silk, cotton, sugar, wood, etc. Then we have abstract noun, which means something which is related to an idea which we cannot touch, we cannot see, we can only feel. For example, pain, pride, strength, hope, joy. So these are the different kinds of a noun. Now let us see what a pronoun is. A pronoun is a word that comes in place of a noun. For example, he, she, it, they, we, his, her. Now let us see how many kinds of pronoun are there. Number one, personal pronouns. I, we, you, it, she, he, they. I and we are first person pronouns. That is the one who is talking. You, second person pronoun. It, she, he, they. These are third person pronouns. That is about whom the speaker is talking. Reflexive pronouns are those which are related to the self. Myself, himself, herself, themselves. Demonstrative pronouns are those which point out this, that, these, those. This is a book. That is a chair. These are my books. Those are his books, etc. Number 4 is indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are those which are not definite in number, like all, some, many, few, none. Then fifth kind is distributive pronouns like each, either, neither, etc. Sixth is interrogative pronouns which ask a question: who, whom, whose, what, which. Seventh is relative pronouns, that is, which relate. For example, who, whose, which. Now let us see what an adjective is. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. For example, good, kind, to, some, many, etc. Now let us see how many kinds of adjective are there. Adjective of quality, for example, good, honest, kind, big, smart. Adjective of quantity, which indicates quantity, much, little, enough, any, some. Then adjective of number for countable nouns, for example, all, 5, 2, several, many, most. Then we have adjective, another kind is distributive adjective. Distributive adjectives are like each, every, either, neither. Then demonstrative adjectives which point out, for example, this, that, these, those. This book is mine, that book is his. Those chairs are red. These books are yours, etc. Then we have interrogative adjectives which ask questions. For example, what, which, whose, etc. Now the next comes a verb. What is a verb? A word that denotes an action or a state of being. A word that expresses an action or a state of being. For example, action, run, play, sit, jump, write, etc. State of being is are, was, were, and etc. Now the kinds of verb. There are two kinds of verb. Transitive. Transitive verbs are those verbs which pass on the action to an object. For example, they sing songs. The object is songs. They sing songs. Sing is the verb and songs is the object. So this is a transitive verb because the action is passed on to the object. And next example is he wrote a letter. A letter. Letter is an object in this case. So the verbs which pass on the action to the object in the sentence are called as transitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are those verbs which do not pass on the action. For example, the birds are flying. There is no object in that. She is running. He is honest. So these are examples of intransitive verbs. Now let us see what an adverb is. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb or an adjective or another adverb. It expresses how, when, where an action is done. Now the kinds of adverb are adverb of manner, which describes how, that is how the action took place, nicely, smartly, slowly. Second, adverb of place, that is where, here, there, everywhere, outside. Then adverb of time, which tells us when the action took place, today, yesterday, daily, early, late, then. Then adverb of number, which tells us the frequency, how frequently, that is once, twice, always, seldom, often, etc. Then adverb of degree, how much, like very, quite, nearly, entirely, etc. Then interrogative adverbs, which ask questions, when, where, why, how. So in this way, a word that modifies a verb or an adjective or another adverb is called as an adverb. Now prepositions. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with something else in the sentence. For example, we played till 4 p.m. Till. She is fond of tea. Of. She is fond of tea. Of. He sat on the bench. On. Etc. Now, there are different types of prepositions. Number one, prepositions related to date and time. For example, at 4 o'clock. On Monday. In March, for 2 hours, since 4 p.m., etc. Second is prepositions related to place and direction. For example, on the table, on, at the club, at, in the park, train for Delhi, etc. Number three, prepositions related to travel and movement. For example, by train, on foot, into the car, out of the bus. So this is how prepositions function. Now conjunctions. What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are words which join two or more words or groups of words. For example, and, but, or, else, etc. Now there are three types of conjunctions. Number one, coordinating conjunctions. For example, and, but, or, yet, else, otherwise, therefore, so, as well as, etc. Then we have correlative conjunctions which are in pairs, either or, neither nor, not only but also, both, and, hardly, when. Number three, subordinating conjunctions which are used in subordinating clauses. Subordinate clauses. For example, what, when, all WH words, after, before, because, since, for, till, until, if,